Yeah, Christine and Alex, just days after UTLA agreed on a tentative reopening plan with LAUSD, you now have some teachers who are saying that they don't have the childcare they need to make it happen.
What's this?
Yeah.
Maya Suzuki Daniels is mom to 20-month-old Silas. She's also an LAUSD high school teacher in San Pedro, and she says she's being forced to choose between her job and her son.
When I had a son, I already made the choice that nothing and nobody was going to come first.
So Daniels started an online petition asking the district to allow her and other teachers with young children to be allowed to continue working remotely for the rest of the school year.
I think that a waiver that allows parents to just continue working through the year, it still continues to meet the student needs and accommodations.
Daniels says so far more than 1,500 supporters have signed her petition, including more than 300 of her fellow teachers. But other parents are frustrated by it.
It's a delay tactic to provide them more time to figure out their next route or the next situation.
Hawthorne father of 3 Kevin Corbin says while he's sympathetic to Daniel's cause, he says his family doesn't have the same luxury. For the past year, his 16-year-old daughter has had to help homeschool his kindergartner, while Kevin and his wife work outside the home.
Her grades suffered, her education suffered because we didn't have a game plan. So for you to be asking for this help, I understand. But at the end of the day, you have time to prepare. We didn't.
A recent study by LAUSD showed half of parents weren't planning to send their kids back to school.
Right now, we're feeling like it might not be worth it for just 6 weeks.
Kim Silverstein says she and her 2 kids were initially excited about going back, but upon learning about the hybrid model and the potential of their teachers staying at home on Zoom, they're opting to stay remote.
And I think all of the complications and the red tape and the barriers to a positive learning environment, I do think that more people are just going to opt to stay home and ride out the rest of the year.
For its part, the district offers Beyond the Bell, before and after care for kids of LAUSD teachers. But Daniels says that won't help her, and paying a nanny is out of the question on her teaching salary.
Not only have multiple child care facilities closed, but they're under a lot of regulations in terms of facilities and social distancing, adequate staffing. There's a huge labor shortage in that industry.
And Daniels says she's just asking for more flexibility. She pointed out that the traditional model of schooling hasn't really changed in decades, and she says that she is just asking for parents and teachers to have a little more flexibility moving forward. We're live in San Pedro. We'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
Steph, we've covered so many stories of parents wanting to go back to school and some teachers wanting to, and then the union pushed back on that, waiting for safety measures. I think what you're seeing here is this is just one example that there are many voices in this whole discussion, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, absolutely, Christine. And that's the thing. There are not just 1 or 2, but 3 or even more sides to the story. So many parents with so many different opinions. You really can't please everyone. But I think, you know, the bottom line in all of this, it sort of highlights this age-old problem that working parents, working mothers in particular, deal with when it comes to being able to work, having that child care, sending kids to school. So there's a lot here, and it's not going to get solved anytime soon.
And just a strange year in planning life in general with this pandemic. All right, Steph, thank you very much.